think that's what's going to happen. That's what I think their plan would be, because Gragas can kind of handle Shogath in that he can stay far from him. Bot lanes are going to be very interesting though, so let's have a quick look right away at xPeke. And I see, yep, 51 magic resist, called it, is a almost full magic resist rune page. He just does not want to take any damage from Orianna, and he wants to really, really shut it down.
So let's see if we get this level 1 fight kicking off. Actually, both teams headed in a similar direction, at least for now. You see Fnatic setting themselves up in and around by their Golem buff. Actually going to take the Tribush there off towards that bottom lane. Yeah,
that's very safe, because CLG have been known to ambush in this Tribush. So staying there yourself is a very, very nice way to counter that ambush. And that's exactly what they may be doing. Oh, yes, it is. I see this. I know the CLG strategy. I've seen it before. Are they actually clairvoyancing it? Yeah, they clairvoyanced it, I believe. Did they? I'm not sure if they did.
No, they clairvoyanced over by the Golem buff.
Oh, yeah. So they're either going to wait here or they're going to go down to the Tribush. Actually, this is a new one to me. And I think Fnatic know where CLG are, don't they? Do they? I don't know.
Wait a minute. Neither team knows where the others are. They're pinging around, but I don't think they know it exactly, to be honest. Oh,
but they're standing against the far wall, so if there's some Shushei comes from here, he's probably going to be safe. Is he going to be safe? No! Flash pulverizer, that's going to be first blood for Saintvicious.
Absolutely amazing stuff there. And well, Shushei coming around wasn't the safest path he could have taken there.
Nope.
And I guess CLG are just going to hang around here and take away this Golem buff. I mean,
wow.
They've taken first blood, take that away as well. That's an amazing start.
Now, Medisan doesn't really need the blue buff as much as other junglers, so he's going to be fine jungling without it, but still, it's going to hurt them, and that means they can give the initial blue buff already to Orianna if they feel like it, and that is just going to make laning against Orianna hell for Kassadin. That's what we're looking at right now. That's pretty much the lane that I'm most interested in, because Kassadin is such an atypical pick. If they can make this work, it would be brilliant. He's actually very, very in her face, and oh, nice, gets the silence off just in time there. The bottom lane, Shogath is actually coming in for bottom lane. He's going to come in for Rupture, not going to hit anything. Going to take a lot of damage. That means Shushei has a lot of free farm. Probably going to hit level 2 at least before HotshotGG can get there.
And we've just seen Saintvicious just cross over the middle there and fire off a shot on to xPeke, and they're putting a lot of pressure down very early on here with Salce.
But if you just saw that ball hit Kassadin, that did almost no damage. I didn't even see it register on his health bar. So that part of the strategy at least seems to be working, and we see bottom lane actually being pushed by Fnatic really, really hard. It's a very non-traditional lane that CLG are running here, and you can see them suffer for it at first, but if they actually go in, they have so much damage output that I believe that lane could be in a lot of trouble. Although Medisan, just one of the most perfect support players that we have in Europe, he is going to keep that Ashe safe, I believe.
Well, Lamia playing it fairly offensive right now, and actually we may see a little bit of trouble up here at top. We've got Cyanide waiting in the bush, HotshotGG playing it fairly defensively. In fact, he's positioned almost perfectly here to get away. Let's see then what Cyanide's going to do. Yeah, and he decides it's not going to be possible to get himself in there. I mean, we do have obviously a flash on Hotshot once he's got that rupture off. If he places it right, which you can never count out with a play from Hotshot, then he's going to escape that kind of situation without too much of a problem. And Salce actually pushed up fairly heavily here again onto that middle turret, and he needs to be very careful because look, here comes Cyanide in behind. What's going to go off here? And he tries to get in there. Cyanide can't quite keep up with that one.
Missed the Q, very unfortunately. He could have used the Q a little bit earlier because it's very hard to hit it from this close. But it looks like, both are going to be just fine mid lane. And that is a lot of jungling time that Cyanide is lost there trying to get ganks going, actually. And that is unfortunate because Saintvicious has been in the jungle all the time. He's headed for the blue buff right now. Did I hear a flash being expended there in bot lane? No.
That's what I thought I heard as well. But
right. Doesn't look like it. All flashes, none of them seem to be recently used.
Yeah. Maybe just a portal.
Maybe something like that.
Yeah, we saw Hotshot actually go back there and quite wisely go for wards and a few pots there because he doesn't want that Lee Sin to be coming in and causing him too many problems. Down at the bottom, you see Elementz just trying to keep Medisan and Lamia back away from him.
And Orianna now with the blue buff that's just been gifted to her by Saintvicious. That means she has complete free farm. 27 her CS versus 19 only for Kassadin. Oh, that's just maybe not working as well as Fnatic hoped it would, and it looks like early advantage, I would say, definitely on CLG's side here.
Yeah, I'd say so as well. I mean, you do see that we have 600 gold or so in favor of CLG as well. 5.5 minutes gone. Shushei just trying to put some barrel pressure on there up at the top, but obviously these two are going to be very, very strong come, you know, level 6, 7, and from that point on it's going to be kind of like hitting your head against a brick wall basically for both players.
Much. Shushei is actually winning over HotshotGG in CS exactly the same at the same speed that Orianna is winning over Kassadin. So those two lanes are kind of equaling each other out, but Orianna is probably going to put some pressure on the turret very soon. Yeah, that we see that was a very, very good QE combo, both hitting Kassadin. That's what I was talking about earlier today. Kassadin still very, very tanky. We've said it earlier today, Joe. xPeke just likes to build tanky on all his casters.
Yeah, certainly. We saw him playing earlier Karthus.
Karthus and Annie.
And Annie as well.
Both Rod of Ages first. I expect to see Rod of Ages first on this Kassadin as well. Orianna now pulling nicely ahead in CS, but Ashe about 10 CS ahead, and no, we're going to be fine bot lane. Ashe about 10 CS ahead of Kog Maw, so the bot lane seems to be going somewhat to Fnatic. Top lane still, both of them harassing each other, but Shushei is now slowly running out of mana. Of course, he can get mana back with a W, but it's not that much, and yeah, that is going to get Hotshot slowly but certainly back into the game, who gets a lot more health, mana and health back through his passive. xPeke not doing so badly mid lane, considering that Orianna actually has blue buff. He's jumping in for a couple of CS. It's going to be fine. Actually takes another hit. It's still very tanky. Orianna is at 52 versus 37 CS. So xPeke must not be feeling that great right now.
No, definitely not, but he's holding off here, and I think the longer that he goes in there and starts to build up a little bit more, he's going to be fine. I mean, he went with Door and Shield first of all. He's going to take here the blue buff away from Cyanide, so that's going to help him a hell of a lot when he comes back over into this middle lane. Salce just keeping that ball in its position there, trying to force PK to take that little bit extra care. We did see Hotshot go back, so he's gone back. And he's headed back up to his lane right now. Down at the bottom, pretty similar stuff going on. And there we see BigFatlp actually hitting his ulti level now. Yeah. That can make it a bit more difficult for Lamia to be taking all this CS.
Yeah, that's actually a good harass there. That way he can get Ashe down over time. But you should be able to juke those as a pro gamer. The only thing is sometimes you have to make a choice, like you just said. Either I'm going to miss the CS, or I'm going to take a Kog Maw ulti to the face, or to the top of my head, rather, since it's coming down from above. Oh, Kassadin going in very aggressive against Orianna there in mid lane, is silencing her as well. That is the strength of Kassadin against any other caster. If he can get his combo off in time and can get in range for his silence, then there's not much they can do in terms of an answer. And there is Shushei waiting in the wings.
This could be dangerous if he gets his ulti off in the right position. Salce is
going home.
Actually going to portal back. Is Shushei going to come in? Oh, and that arrow just skimming past Salce. That was ridiculously close.
But now Salce feels safe because the Ashe has just been used.
They know he's there. There's a ward. They've seen him coming up. Saintvicious comes in. Ulti used. There we see the silence coming out, and the Riftwalk already used. Nicely done though by Salce to keep him held back. Saintvicious actually surviving that one with just 20 HP.
Wow. Basically
dead in that one, but nicely done again by Salce. Great use of the ball there in mid.
Perfect Orianna out. He couldn't have been better, flinging both of them away. And actually Salce's built a Chalice first. We don't see that very often on Orianna. Yep. It's a very defensive build. Where is the Gangplank ulti been used? Oh, mid lane is the pushback. Okay, that's fine. So, what was I going to say? Yeah, that is a very defensive build, but it does make sense against the Kassadin, and that also means she'll always have enough mana to be useful in a team fight. That's a very, very dangerous thing with Orianna. Orianna is almost as dependent on blue as Anivia is. And yep, missing another Kog Maw ultimate there. It's something you should be able to dodge. I mean, you see it coming, you have plenty of warning. Elementz in the bushes. It's not going to give up those bushes. And Lamia wisely not pushing his luck too much there.
Yeah, definitely doesn't want to be pushing in for that one. Hotshot just getting himself back into lane. We actually saw Shushei go home. Needlessly large rod is already bought there.
That's the new school Shushei build. I was talking to him before. He said, I used to go for something defensive first.
Oh, down at bottom, we're seeing a push actually. Lamia's very, very low. And actually the ulti not working out so perfectly. Pushed BigFatlp away. And I think they could have possibly got that kill there with Medisan had Janna not pushing away. Obviously the heal was a big part of it as well to help out. But I think they could have possibly had that one.
Nice ulti there from Medisan, actually going in and pushing BigFat out, but it wasn't enough. BigFat had his flash up. So yeah, Shushei seems to be going for the straight aggression right away, not building a lot of ages, going straight for that death cap. And I guess he can afford it because he's going to have Medisan and he's going to have Kassadin to be tanky and in the enemy's face. Actually, that's a good point. Very much movement there on Team Fnatic. Lots of champions that can jump at them. Jump at the enemy. Saintvicious is now setting up for a gank against Shushei, but changing his mind. I'm not sure what's going on. Shushei is actually committing, going in, and there's Saintvicious now. There's the movement speed buff. He's gonna put a Q down, and oh, nice ultimate, putting him into tower range, actually putting him into dangerous levels of health. Beautiful play there from Gragas.
Damn oranges, keeping Saintvicious alive there. And Shushei's not giving this one up. Ah, there goes the ulti down. Shushei's not going to get through that one and be able to catch him. PK comes in, rift walk from behind. And well, PK, is he going to hang around this tri-bush and try and put some pressure in onto Cho'Gath? No, he's going back. Cyanide is actually having to cover middle, but that's given Salce a good few hits off on that turret. Shield stopping him from taking too much damage. And yeah, again, perfectly done. Ball straight into the bush. PK spotted first of all. Down on the bottom, we saw Kog Maw go back as well. And there's